Hello and welcome, it's Gilly Q. I'm just continuing on from a previous pour that I did. So I haven't actually cleaned my wax paper. I'm allowing any runoff paint to go on the wax paper to reuse the wax paper once it's dry with the paint on it, or to do a dip. So that's where I'm at with this at the moment. So I've got this lovely 40.6 round canvas, and I'm trying out a new budget conscious pouring medium that I've made up. We'll see how the results go. I have done a previous video on it, so I will link it, but we're going to see how we go anyway. I'm going to start off with a ring pour on the actual canvas and then embellish it from there. So this obviously is just white. So I will put that on my very edges, just so I've got a nice layer to run over the edges when I do the ring pour. So I'm going to use the lilac. So I'm literally going to load my cup up with lilac and white. Should probably be more white than lilac, I guess, because I want the lilac to not be the star of the show, I guess, but I just want it to be pale. Use some of my white I've got made up in this to fill it up. Just filling it right up because I'm going to use that as my ring pour. I've just got a little stick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to mix it up just a little bit. So we'll give this a go. So I'm going to just jiggle it, well, ring it. I just want it to give it a muted background for the other embellishments that I'm going to do on it. So we'll see how this one works. Now we're getting down to the purple, and I want to I don't want to use any more purple in the center. I might use this around here. As I said, I didn't really want the lilac to be the kind of the star of the show here. Wanted to mute it. Okay, we'll just tilt this nice and gently around your canvas where there's that paint I already laid. Just go all the way around, just nice and slow. Remember, take it easy. It's not a race. You need to do it nice and slow. And let it tilt back here. So as I'm saying, all the paint runoff you can use to do canvas dips, dip canvases into that paint underneath. It gives beautiful results. Or you can dip coasters or placemats. Oh, that is super duper nice. Look at that. Wow. That's gorgeous, actually. I'll give it a little bit of heat. See what comes up in that. Not that I want anything to come up. Just give it a bit of heat. The heat wand will burst any air bubbles, and it also helps your paint absorb into the canvas. So it's not keeping it on it for too long. And if you haven't got one, don't worry, because I'm sure it will work just the same. Right, I am going to do some embellishments on the side. So this is the phthalo blue. I'll start with them just along here, and I was going to do some up there, but we'll see how we go, see how these look. This is called Pear, but you can make it yourself with your lime green and white to dull down the lime green. Go back. This is the ultraviolet, which is like a dulled down purple. So again, you can make it up yourself with purple and add white to it to dull down the purple. I'm going to really throw havoc in there. Now this is orange, but I always add a good amount of yellow in my orange to make the orange really nice and bright. So there you go. And now I will add back to that dark blue again to be the last colour that goes on there. Remember, your art, your rules, your way. Don't have to worry about what anybody else says to you. You enjoy what you're doing. So this is just a stainless steel straw with a bendy end I got from my local discount shop. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Could have probably done with less paint, but that's okay. I always do too much. Learn from my lesson. Lovely. Now I'm going to use my balloon, and I'm going to just balloon kiss in the center. Oh, wow, 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 look at that. And balloon kiss onto my wax paper. Beautiful, beautiful. So the balloon kisses on the wax paper, you can cut them out when they're dry and make a whole another piece of art with that. That is fabulous, absolutely fabulous. My balloon's gone a bit like a ostrich egg, but it's doing the trick. I don't really want to do a second lot now. I think that's more than enough, and I'm pretty sure you'd agree. So just do some twizzles. Oh, that's got a hair in it. Yuck. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Beautiful, love it. Actually like it where the hair went through it. That's gorgeous. Lots of people ask me why beginners, why it's so shiny at this stage. It's shiny at the moment because it's wet and because it's got pour medium in it. So you can add a gloss pour medium to your pour medium, so when it's all dry, your painting will dry glossy. And I find they dry quite glossy, but you can either varnish or resin them afterwards. So I'm going to bring you down, have a look at that. I think that's all that needs. It is super gorgeous. Oh, I'm happy. Happy, Jen. Look at these. Oh my goodness, the detail in there. I'm really happy with those colours. And look at the, I call them striations. The detail in that even. I mean, that's just a piece of work of art on its own. And these are just my little joys. As I said, you don't even have to do these. You can make beautiful art without all the frills that I play with. But so much shows up in your pour, it's unbelievable. So this is a new clear glue that I've been using to make a homemade pouring medium. That's well, I'll call it a bargain one because it's I'll show you, for 500 mils. Okay, so this is the pouring medium I've been using. It's called Study Mate, and it's from my local Office Works store in Australia. Clear gum glue, and what I did is I tipped approximately 30% out, and then I added 30% of warm water to it, and then I mixed it with my paints, each individually, slowly, till I get the consistency. Even with the same brand paints, you can often get different consistencies in your paint. So it can be, so I just add the pouring medium nice and slow, so each colour is a consistency for a particular pour. Like if you're doing a Dutch pour or chaos blow where you're blowing the paint, it needs to be a thinner consistency. If I'm doing a pour like this, it needs to be not thin and not thick enough to blow these lovely shapes and for them to hold and dry without cracking, which we will have to see with this glue because I'll put a photograph on the end, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. Yeah, so that was a terrific find, because in the previous videos I've just done, which will be up on my channel now, look at the results I got with this homemade bargain basement. It was $10 for that, but of course you make up a lot with it because you're diluting it. So that was a dip, and then that was a swipe, and my balloon kisses, and look at they are holding beautifully. So super happy with that one. I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm not going to add any more to it. I was going to do more, but as lots of people tell me, less is best. So there you go. Okay, my lovelies, please take care of yourself, and really, if you're feeling sad, lonely or depressed, don't suffer in silence. Please ring a family member or a friend, or if not, there's a helpline available to help you. So take care out there. Bye for now.
How many smiles does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you? How many songs can you write about heartbreak? How to go on when you're fed up with mistakes?